Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about the Crimson Realm, which comes out tomorrow, as well as all of the new capsules associated with that game mode. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Crimson Realm is going to be released in the Belugana Ruins area first. Now, I don't know if it will be available in Lost Central later down the line, but apparently it does rotate between days. So we are going to need to see if this will be available in Lost Central as well. But nevertheless, as you can see over here, there is a big bad boss called the Tyrant. And as we can see right here, the moment we defeated the Tyrant, or at least we got one bar, it's very similar to Lucille Exploration, where you just need to damage the boss to a certain amount in order to gain rewards. So let me just rewind this a little bit. And as you can see over here, it is a trial to defeat the boss. However, as you do damage, you do fill up this gauge, and if you get 4 out of 4, well, the boss dies. But as you can see over here, they only got 1 out of 4, and then they run out of time. Now, when you run out of time, the boss simply just walks away, as you can see right here, and it says trial over, time limit exceeded, but you do get some rewards depending on what tier or how much damage you actually dealt to the boss. So if you got to tier 1, like what they showed over here, you're going to get the armor as well as 3 new capsules. So these are the capsules that I want to talk about. There's the Spiro, the Wardrow, as well as the Guardrow. So we actually have these capsule variants in the game already, and you can actually obtain them. However, it's through a very outdated game mode. And the game mode to actually get these capsules is, of course, the Trinitas, also known as the Geometric Labyrinth, which is all the way over here. So I don't know anyone that actually still runs Geometric Labyrinth anymore because, well, it's really outdated content. But nevertheless, there are all of those special capsules. For example, the Spiro. Now, this is a Spiro Mel. But the main thing that I want to bring to everyone's attention is, what does this actually mean? What does Spiro mean? It means you lose photon power. So if we go back and look at the new capsules, it says Spiro Trial, as well as Wardo Trial, Gardo Trial. So to translate all of that into English, the first one is going to be negative photon power for whatever Trial gives us. We don't know what on earth Trial is. The second one is negative resistances, because that's what Ward does. And then the third one is negative defenses, because that's what Guard does. So we will be having some sort of negative stats tied with these capsules. However, the main thing that I want to know is, what on earth does Trial give? Like, how much potency is that actually going to give? Because these capsules back in the day when they were released in Geometric Labyrinth, the Tria capsules, were actually really good bang for buck. Sure, you did lose a little bit of photon power, but you could choose which negative stats you wanted. For example, the Staro Mel, this one is negative HP for extra potency. The Tria Spiro Mel, minus photon power for extra potency. Defro Mel, minus floor potency for extra regular potency. And Gardo Mel, which was negative damage resistance for extra regular potency, or melee potency in this case. So this was incredibly useful and incredibly powerful, especially since, you know, let's say that you are going with a crit build. So if you're going a 100% crit build, then there's no need to have the floor potency. So you can choose what stats you want to sacrifice in order to gain additional stats. And so these capsules were really good value since they were relatively easy to obtain. And since they were easy to obtain and they were sellable and tradable on the player market, you know, the prices were very reasonable, especially for slightly more budget builds. Sure, it didn't give the highest potency at the time. I believe at the time you had like 2.5%, but we were talking about like those were the Addy capsules, I believe. So that's pretty much like the pay to win XD capsules that we have right now. Was 2.5% potency, but this isn't that far behind at 2.25%. And so these capsules were pretty good for the time when they did release, and that's why I'm excited to see what the new capsules in Crimson Realm are going to bring to the table. Because, you know, just giving us more potency is definitely going to be a good thing. But on top of that, the main thing that I'm excited about, that I really want to see, is will we get new armors dropping from Crimson Realm? Since we got the Arga Belta Shezas introduced so quickly, we literally only had 1 week of the Elena armors before the Arga Belta and Shezas were introduced. So because they were introduced so quickly, I am hopeful that we will get new armors again, starting from Crimson Realm, and I really do hope it is the purple variant where it's like, you know, minus defense or minus HP or minus something for more potency, because if we look at the Elena armors right now, you know, it's 5.5% potency, and if we look at the Arga Belteshazzars, it's also 5.5%. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a new armor that gave us like 6.5% or 6% potency, but the cost of something else, maybe resistances or environmental resistance. Probably not the harsh environmental resistance, because if it was minus that, like, it's a no-brainer. Everyone should just go with the new purple armor. Yeah, I do hope that we do get new armors, because that is something that I want to upgrade to. As you guys can see over here, I'm still using the Octo Armor Argas, simply because, well, you know, these augments are just too good to pass up right now, and these are really nice stats overall, so I don't really see the need for me to upgrade to the Elena Arga Belteshazzars, simply because just re-augmenting everything would be really expensive, so I'm kind of holding off and hoping that I see a huge jump in DPS with like the new purple armors or whatever new armor they introduce. Again, this is all speculation regarding the armors. I don't know if we will get new armors or new weapons or new anything with Crimson Realm, but I really do hope that we do. However, something that is confirmed is, of course, those capsules that I just talked about. So we will be able to re-augment some stuff. Let's say that you want to use your rare katana, and let's say that, you know, you're Fixa Fatale 5 already, so you have a ton of crit chance. So if you have a ton of crit chance that you don't need any floor potency, then you can use the new capsules and maybe have the one that minuses floor potency, since you don't need that, in exchange for extra regular potency. So that might be a good choice. It really depends on the stats of what these capsules give us, of course, and of course the drop rate, and if they are tradable or not. But from what I see, I think they are going to be tradable, so you know, we'll be able to farm this, sell this on the market, and make some money. Now, other than the Crimson Realm being released in Belugana runes, we are also getting new high rank sectors in Lost Central. So currently Lost Central only goes up to rank 3, where all the enemies are level 60, while Belugana runes already has rank 4, where all the enemies are 85. So we are getting the same treatment in Lost Central. We're going to get rank 4 of Lost Central, where there's going to be starless enemies. All the mobs are going to be level 85, and of course the loot table will be updated, where we can get the rare weapons, all the new armors as well, and all the other stuff right here. So that is definitely going to be really nice, that we'll be able to farm for all the new stuff in Lost Central as well. So in conclusion, I am very excited for the Crimson Realm. I'm definitely going to be hitting the ground running on day 1, which is tomorrow. Once the servers go live, I'm going to be farming the living daylights out of Belugana runes, as well as Crimson Realm, and trying to figure out how the mechanics work. Because they do say that the Crimson Realm is a limited time thing, that it comes and goes. So I'm thinking it might be like, oh, it's storming. For example, it's storming right now in the background. So maybe Crimson Realm only comes when there's storms. I hope it's not like that, because that would really suck. That means we just have to keep farming until a storm comes and just, you know, Crimson Realm pops. I hope it is just going to be a persistent thing throughout the entire day. And what they mean by limited time is like, oh, it switches combat zones, because they did mention that in the NGS headline, where it does switch combat zones every single day. So, you know, one day it's Belugana runes, the other day it's Lost Central, so forth and so on. I hope that's what they mean by limited time. But nevertheless, once the servers go live tomorrow, I will be farming the living daylights out of this. So expect a guide video or explanation video of how this mechanic works in a couple of days, as I try to figure things out. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.